Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, what up? Today I am bringing you guys my makeup favorites of 2022. So the top makeup products that I tried this year that really came in and stole the show. They're top tier. I prefer them over other products that are similar that I have in my collection, and they just quickly shot up to being favorites for this year. So I'm going all the way from the beginning of the year to now. I don't care if I just started using a product last month. If I think that it's better than other products that I have in my collection and it's top tier, I included it in this video as some of the best makeup that I've tried this year. So a lot of these products, if you guys have been watching any of my makeup videos, then you will be familiar with a lot of these. But if not, then I'm here to give you a rundown on all of these products. I even did a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing using a lot of these products because I kind of wanted to show you guys a demo. Somebody requested for me to do that. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a demo on these products. But there's a lot here, so I'm gonna try and be brief and touch on everything, give you guys some good insight on these products. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first category I'm gonna start with is brows. I really do not touch on my brows a lot because I really do feel like it's an individual thing, and the way that your brows are already shaped, if you have to fill them in completely or if you have to fill them in a little bit, you know, all of that depends on the person. So I feel like brows are just really individual. But the three brow products that I use all the time to get my eyebrows to look like this, very fluffy but still natural and kind of like spiked up as if they're laminated, are these three products right here. So the first thing I go in with is my MAC Fiber Gel, and this is in the shade Stud, and this is what I use to actually give me fake brow hairs and to kind of fill my eyebrows in. And then I also use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the shade Espresso. This is what's really going to give you those hair-like strokes to make it look like you have more brow hairs than you actually do. So I go in with that next, and then I clean it up with concealer, obviously. And then what gives me that laminated look, makes my hairs like stand up all day, is this NYX Brow Glue. And this is just the clear brow glue, and I literally get compliments on my brows all the time in person. People love my brows, and yeah, it's literally so simple and so easy. I think the MAC product is really what makes my eyebrows look as natural as they do because it gives me like fake hairs because it's a fiber gel. Love those products for my eyebrows. I'm gonna save eyeshadow for last actually, so we're gonna skip past that. I'm not gonna talk about eyelashes or eyeliner or anything just because I don't know, I feel like those aren't really that special. But I will touch on mascara, and I actually only have one mascara that really wowed me this year, and it is the Morphe Make It Big Bold Black Mascara. When I say this mascara literally took me by surprise, and I have been obsessed with it ever since. I use it in conjunction with the Morphe Mascara Primer, and these two are a match made in heaven, quite literally. I am definitely going to repurchase this once I run out. It really just makes my lashes look voluminous, luscious. It's not like a super drying type of formula, but it's not super wet either. My lashes look so good every time I wear this, so I did have to mention that in this video. Now we're gonna get into face and complexion. So I'm gonna first start out with my primers, and I have two traditional primers, and then I have a setting spray that I've actually been using as a primer. Well, I guess I'm still using it as a setting spray because I'm kind of setting down my primers. But y'all, when I show y'all this product, y'all are gonna be shocked. Okay, so first things first, y'all already know that the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer was going to make it into this favorites. The gripping primers from e.l.f. are just some of my favorites in general. Y'all already know that I love the Jelly Pop Primer. I love the Mint Melt Primer. I have literal backups of those primers, and like I'm looking down at my drawer, I literally have backups of those primers, and I am obsessed because they really are super tacky. They really do help to grip your makeup and keep it long wearing. So this, and even all of the other gripping primers, just some of the best primers ever, like ever. And I did purchase this in 2022, so I have been loving this the whole year. Another primer that I have absolutely been loving that is a little bit more recent, but when I tell y'all, this is my #1 primer. Like even before the e.l.f. gripping primers, this is my #1 primer. It has quickly shot up to my absolute favorite, and that is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm Powder, and this is in the shade Universal. I do not think I would ever buy like the colored versions of this product because just this universal shade is fine with me. This definitely smooths out your skin. It mattifies the skin. It keeps your foundation long wearing. Like your makeup products just look flawless on your skin after using this product. It does everything. It does it all, and I am obsessed with this. The texture was a little bit funny at first because it felt like I was literally smearing Vaseline on my face, but once I went in with all of the rest of my complexion products and everything, it just looked flawless and it lasts so long. And this really does help to control my oils more than a lot of other primers in my collection. She did a great job with that primer because it is literally top notch. I love it so much. And then, like I said, a setting spray that I have been using kind of to set down my primers or as a primer is the Patrick Star One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Setting Spray. This is heaven sent, like makeup god sent this down, okay? Because this product is unreal. If you use this product as a primer to like set down your primers and you use it when you finish your makeup is not going anywhere. It's literally going to be transfer resistant and you are not going to get super oily. I promise y'all, this is crazy. My skin is unrealistically oily, like seriously. This product definitely helps to control it. And I'm telling y'all, I wore a mask yesterday and I had this product on as a primer and as a setting spray, and I did not have transfer in my mask. It was crazy. It was literally crazy. So while this, I would say this is my #1 primer, but it's not really a primer, and I do use it in conjunction with other primers. So, you know, I don't know how it would work if I use it on its own, but I'm just here to let y'all know that this product is amazing. And I'm super mad that I couldn't get the double pack for $32 because I had to pay $30 for this one bottle, and I'm so upset about that. But the fact that it is so good, the fact that it is literally does everything that it says, I can't knock it, okay? So this is amazing. Those are the only primers that I wanted to talk about for real. So now we can move into my foundations. I have 3 top tier foundations and then 1 honorable mention. So the first one is going to be the foundation that I'm wearing today. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This has been my obsession since I purchased it. I love the way that this foundation looks on camera when I'm filming. I love the way that it looks in person, and it just wears really nicely throughout the day, because even when it starts to like wear off or I start to get shiny with this foundation, it looks just like a natural skin finish. You still cannot tell where my skin ends and my foundation begins, or vice versa. It just looks amazingly flawless on the skin. It definitely has those light reflecting properties. I like the fact that it's infused with skincare. So like as you wear it, it makes your skin better. Like you cannot go wrong with this foundation, and the shade matches are just immaculate. The shade matches are immaculate. I have the shade Macao. This has definitely been a top foundation, and so many people always say that NARS complexion products are just really quality, like high quality products, and this is actually my first NARS foundation, so now I get the hype. The next product is going to be my baby. Y'all know I was gonna mention her. Like y'all know this is also a newer product to me, but this is definitely one of my favorite foundations in my collection, and I know that because I'm always constantly reaching for this. I always want to wear this foundation. If I know I'm doing like a super glam done up look, I want to reach for this. If I'm doing a simple everyday makeup look for work, I want to reach for this. If I'm doing something in between and I don't even want to wear like the whole get up, I want to reach for this. That's how I know that this is a favorite of mine. It looks good every single time that I wear it. It's long wearing. It definitely holds up to the claims. Like it looks so good in person, on camera. It definitely is transfer resistant. This is another good foundation that I feel like is transfer resistant, sweat resistant, and all of that. So had to mention that. Love that foundation, and it gives me Dior quality. Like when I use that, I feel like I'm using a luxurious product. So that one is nice. And then I had to go back to one of my favorites, one of my tried and trues. I have been using this foundation so much this year. You guys, this is my Morphe Filter Effect foundation. I have been loving this foundation since it first came out, but I used it so much this year. It was literally a go-to foundation, and I never had a bad makeup day with this foundation. Like if I can go to a product time and time again, any environment, you know, any time of day, whenever, if my skin is doing bad, if my skin is not doing bad, you know, that's how I know that it's a tried and true product. And the Morphe Filter Effect foundation is definitely a tried and true product. This never looks bad on my skin. It definitely looks like I have a filter on my face whenever I use this. Again, it's like the other 2 foundations that I just mentioned. Like when I put this on, you can't tell where my foundation begins and my skin ends, and it's just like, it looks like skin. It's so beautiful. It's medium coverage. It wears well. Love this foundation. And then the honorable mention is going to be this. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I would have never bought a tinted serum ever because I have oily skin and I like coverage, and I feel like a tinted serum, what the heck is that gonna do for me? Even on a no makeup day, I'm not wearing a tinted serum. I'm wearing a foundation because what is this gonna do for me? This performs like a foundation. This has coverage like a foundation, and again, it reminds me of the NARS. It just looks skin-like. It sinks into your skin and it looks beautiful. It really does not look like makeup. It doesn't look like foundation, and I love this. And this even has like those light reflecting particles in it to where it like it just gives your skin a glow from within, but it doesn't make you look greasy or shiny, because I'm not a fan of that. I hate greasy, shiny skin because I'm already oily. This dries down to a more natural skin-like finish. It is not super, super oily or dewy or luminous or anything like that. It's just a natural skin finish. So yeah, really good coverage, really long wearing, like super, super long wearing, and I don't get super oily when I wear this. So had to mention that. Love those foundations. Like, I'm obsessed. I feel like you guys should already know what concealers I'm going to be talking about, because I have been wearing these concealers in pretty much all of my videos. But the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, this is my go-to. I use this concealer literally all the time underneath all of my concealers, and it looks good every single time. It gives coverage. It makes my skin look natural. This is just such a beautiful formula, and it's luxurious. Every time I use this, I feel luxurious when I wear this. And if I can get that from my makeup products, then I absolutely need it, and it's absolutely a favorite. I love reaching for this. Again, never have a bad makeup day with this. It looks good under my eyes all the time. It does not crease like uncontrollably. It just looks good, and it wears super well. And then of course my Morphe Filter Effect concealer. Now this I actually bought this year. So this concealer, when it first came out, I tried it. I had 2 shades, and I was in love with this concealer. I'm still in love with this concealer. You can layer this so much. It's such a thin, creamy, almost liquidy consistency, but it gives you like super full coverage. It blends out perfectly. Like, this is just an immensely high quality concealer, and I love it. And it's a soft radiance concealer, so it's not too dewy and luminous, but it's not drying either. Like I said, you can layer this so much, either with other concealers or with itself. Like, you can layer it, do 2 or 3 layers of concealer, and you will not look cakey. It will not crease on you. This concealer is just everything. I'm obsessed. I'm still obsessed with it. I love it. And then a newer discovery, this is the MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix Smooth Wear Concealer. This is heavy duty, okay? This is your heavy duty, I'm going to a photo shoot, I'm going to an event, I need my makeup to last all night, I'm going to the club type of concealer, okay? This is going to dry down on you super quick, give you full maximum coverage, but it's still gonna look good under your eyes. I do have to bake with this one or it will crease on me, but it looks flawless after you bake with it, like literally flawless. So I love this because I do love a good heavy duty concealer. Like, I don't shy away from heavy duty concealers. I love them. So we're gonna move on to cream bronzers. The cream bronzer that I'm wearing today is my NARS Laguna 04 cream bronzer. This, oh my God, the formula of this is crazy. It's literally insane. And I haven't even used this that much, but I'm telling y'all, it has shot up to like one of my favorite cream bronzers. Like, it's literally, it has surpassed my ABH bronzer. And I really do like my ABH bronzer. Y'all know my Huda Beauty cream bronzer is like one of my top favorites of life. Like, that is my top favorite. I think this one would have to be my second favorite. It has taken the spot of my ABH cream bronzer because the formula on this is unreal. You can blend it out with a beauty blender. You can blend it out with a brush. I feel like you would even be able to blend this out with your hands if you wanted to, if you were that type of person. It's just so easy, user-friendly, beginner-friendly. If you don't know how to cream contour or cream bronze, I feel like you should get this product because it's just, the formula is crazy, and I love their shade range. I really do love their shade range. Another shade range that I really do enjoy, and a product that I feel like is user-friendly as well, is Rare Beauty Cream Bronzer Stick. I have mine in the shade Full of Life. This is what it looks like. I have been putting a hurting on this thing. It's been in my project pan for like the last 3 weeks, and I have been putting a hurting on this thing. And again, like, just the ease of use with this is what keeps me loving it, okay? Like, it's literally a stick. I can draw it on my face and it never looks too heavy. Like, I can draw so much of this on my face and it never looks overdone or too much, or like my skin is muddy or dirty or anything like that. The shade is the perfect color for me. It gives a nice warmth and bronze to my skin, which is what I'm looking for. It's literally a bronzer stick. It's not cool toned or anything like that. It gives warmth to the skin, and I love it. Again, the ease of like the consistency and how I can blend it out with a beauty sponge or a brush is why I love this one. And then the last one that I want to mention, this is another one that has just taken me by such surprise. This is the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Deep. Now, when I bought this, I was not expecting much. I kind of just picked it up on a whim because I was in Ulta and I was like, I need something to buy. And so I bought this, but y'all, let me tell y'all, this right here is super, super nice. Now, I use this one more as like a contour because if you guys can see the difference in the colors of these, I don't know if you guys can see, this one is a lot more red. This one is a little bit more of like that like charcoal brown type of color, so it gives me more of a contour. I love using this in addition to any of my cream bronzers to give me more of a chiseled out effect. It really gives depth to my skin. It really gives me like a hollowed out look, and so I love this product for that. And I have since started using the actual cream highlight side, and you guys, this is so beautiful on my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for y'all. It's not too dark. It's not too shiny. It looks really natural, and I can use this underneath my foundation or on top of it, and it just looks really good. So I've actually been enjoying that side of it as well. I think that is a really solid drugstore product, and I don't know why I expected anything less from NYX, because NYX is a really good drugstore brand. So now let's talk about loose setting powders. Oh my god, the Laura Mercier translucent powder. So all this year, the Laura Mercier translucent honey powder has been a fave. I use it so much that I finished it off this year. Literally, that powder is going to be in my year-end makeup empties. I finished it off, and that's how good it was. That's how much I kept reaching for it over my other powders. So that's how I know that that one is a fave. So I would include it in this video, but I haven't repurchased it yet. So I'm including the translucent version, and this is a fave as well because this powder is legit translucent. It's not going to give you a ghostly cast. It's not going to make you look ashy. It literally, like, is so finely milled. It wipes away beautifully. It is not going to look cakey or anything. Like, you could put on so much of this powder and you're not going to look cakey, and that's what I love about a good loose powder. If the powder starts to cake up under my eyes or around my nose, I hate that so much because it's like, what is the point of the powder? You know, but this is heaven sent, okay? And I love the Laura Mercier powder formula. I have tried all versions of it, the translucent honey, the translucent medium deep, and now I have the actual translucent version, and I love it. And speaking of Laura Mercier, I have to give it up to her translucent medium deep ultra blur talc free loose powder. This has my skin looking so flawless and so snatched. Like, y'all, it looks like I have a filter on when I use this powder. I cannot believe it. And literally, I'm not kidding y'all, I'm not exaggerating. Every time I go somewhere and I am wearing this powder, I get compliments on my skin, get told how smooth my skin looks and how just like put together my makeup looks. Always when I use this powder, this is my newfound favorite. Like, I cannot be without that powder. Okay, another powder that I love and I will always need in my collection because this is just such a good loose powder from the drugstore. This is the Morphe Bacon Set Banana Loose Powder. I love this. It is the perfect yellow shade. It is the perfect consistency. It makes your face look flawless. This is another one like the Laura Mercier. I like to use this pretty much all over my face because it never gets cakey and I never feel like I'm gonna have flashback or my skin is gonna look too light when I use this powder. It is so good. It is legit so good. And the fact that it's from Morphe and it's affordable and you can just go in Ulta and grab it whenever, A1. And then a newer powder that I have that I'm now obsessed with. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Setting Powder. This is their matte setting powder. There's blurring technology in this powder to make your skin look filter-like. And if y'all don't know by now, that's how I want my skin to always look. I love a good, smooth, seamless, skin-like finish to my makeup. Like, yes, I know I wear a lot of makeup, and when I go out, people are not gonna be like, oh my God, is that your skin? They're gonna know that it's makeup, obviously. But if I can get my makeup to look as smooth and as seamless as possible, so it's like people pay attention to my skin and not necessarily the makeup, then that's what I want, okay? And this powder does that for me. It has the blurring technology, so it just makes everything melt together and it looks so good. Again, it never gets cakey. Never, ever gets cakey. I love this powder. So I had to mention that. And let's talk about some face setting powders. So I'm quickly going to mention the One Size powder. This should actually go in the category with my loose setting powders because I only use this under my eye. I don't use it to set my entire face, but I kind of want to get a shade that I can use to set my entire face because I love this powder so much. So this is what this powder looks like. You guys, this powder is amazing. It's so finely milled and thin. You can use it under the eyes or around the whole face, and you don't have to worry about this like making your concealer crease even more or making you look super dry and crinkly under your under eyes because this is just as thin and as smooth as a loose powder. So this works really, really well to just set whatever parts of your face that you want to set. So I love it as an under eye powder. Okay, and then I have my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. I don't use this. Well, I do use it as a powder foundation sometimes, but for the most part, I use this as a powder to set my entire face, and I love the finish that it gives. This is a fuller coverage powder, so this is going to give you coverage on the skin, but it's going to set your makeup down so nice. It's going to mattify the skin. It's going to give you like this really smooth type of finish, but it's high coverage. It's high coverage. So I would only recommend this if you like coverage, okay? You could probably shear it out if you use more of a bigger fluffy powder brush, but listen, this is, like I said, this is a foundation powder, so this is going to give you coverage, and I love it. I love the finish that it gives my skin. I love the shades that it comes in. I love that it matches the foundation, so you can use them in conjunction together. Really like that powder. And then the last powder that I have to show you guys is my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. So this is also a powder foundation, but this one is a little bit lighter than the L'Oreal. Like I would say the L'Oreal is heavy duty full coverage. This is a little bit more lighter medium type of coverage, but I love this powder just the same. It has the blurring technology in it, just like the loose setting powder does, and it literally melts your whole face together. Like, it just looks so good. Every time I apply this powder to my skin, I am shocked and I'm wowed just how smooth it is and everything, like how blurred out my skin looks. It is really, really nice. I like to use that all the time. Okay, let's get into some powder, bronzers, and blushes. So I have to mention my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. First of all, this bronzer came in so many different colors, okay? Like, L'Oreal did their thing with this bronzer. I feel like everybody can find a shade of bronzer for them. It came in so many shades, and I really like that. I like when drugstore products, they come out the gate with a bunch of shades. But this is just like the powder foundation. It's smooth. It's like heavy duty. This is almost like a contour on me. It's so rich, and I love me a good rich bronzer, but like this is almost a contour on me, and I don't mind that. I really, really like that. I like how just pigmented it is. I like how easy to blend it is. I like how much product you get. Like, this is a goated bronzer. So many people have been mentioning this, and it's for good reason. This is a goated bronzer, and I really do enjoy it. I really did love it when I was using it. This is more like my summer type of bronzer, but it is so good. The formula is amazing. Now, one size has been doing it for me with the complexion products, because this bronzer trio is insane. Now, look at this bronzer, and I know y'all are looking at my skin like, girl, how is that possibly a bronzer on you? I'm telling y'all, the pigment of one size products are unreal. This is a bronzer and a contour on me, okay? If you are looking into getting this bronzer trio, I would highly recommend going up a shade. So whatever shade you think you are, go up a shade, because this one is in the shade dark. And I think the next one under this one is deep, and I thought I was deep, and then I looked at the pictures on the model and I was like, okay, I don't want to go that dark. That's like super, 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 super dark, almost muddy looking. So I went with dark, and I'm telling y'all, let me swatch these for y'all so y'all can actually see that I'm not making this up. These colors are freaking insane. Like, look at the pigment. Look at the pigment, you guys. Look at the pigment on these products, and then look at how they look in the pan. They look nothing like how they look in the pan, so just be careful with that bronzer trio if you're gonna buy it, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it because of the pigment, because of the blendability. I love how easy the products are to apply, and they're super, super powdery, but that's because they blend effortlessly. So this took me by surprise, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And then I'm also obsessed with my Juvia's Place bronzer trios. These are like some of the best bronzers. I can't even, for the price, the fact that you're getting these two big ass pans of bronzer, I can't even. Juvia's did her thing when she came out with these freaking bronzers, and I love the shade range. I love the fact that you get two different colors to use for when your skin is a different tone, or when you're a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, or you can buy a couple of them and mix and match all the colors like I do. So I love this one. So I have the shade tan, and then I have the shade dark, and I use both of these on my cheeks today. And listen, I'm just obsessed with these products. They always look so good, never have any issues, and I can use them throughout the entire year. Let's talk about blushes. So again, I'm going to mention Juvia's Place. These blush duos. Listen, I'm telling y'all, the fact that you get these big ass pans of blush and you get 2 blushes for the price, it's unreal. It's unreal. Now, my favorite has actually been volume 4, which is like the Dior Rosy Glow pink shade. And that's what I have been wearing in my videos lately. When I put it all across my face and even on my nose and everything, and I have that super, super pink blushy type of look, that is the shade that I'm using. But you guys, I have pretty much all of them. I think I'm missing one, but I love all of these. All of these are super pigmented. These are pretty much the only blushes that I have been obsessed with all year. Like, I use them so often because every single shade goes for every single season. I love them. But of course, I gotta mention One Size because I love these blush trios as well. I have talked these up on my channel so much. If you guys have been watching any of my makeup videos, then you know that I have been obsessed with these. The Freaky Peach, this was my obsession all the way from the spring throughout the summer, everything. And then this one in Rich Bitch that I just got at the VIB sale has been my favorite ever since I got it. Okay, ever since I got it in the VIB sale in November, this has been my favorite and a go-to. I've used it in some tutorials and I just love that one. Some more blushes that I want to mention. These are the Putty Blushes by e.l.f. I really want to get into more like cream blushes. I really want to try the LYS formula because I haven't tried very many cream blushes, but the ones that I have tried, I've become obsessed. I love using a cream blush underneath of my powder blush. It just makes the blush wear a lot longer because, you know, blush is like the first thing to fade from your face. So the one that I have on today is the Luminous Putty Blush in Isla del Sol. I have this on my cheeks right now underneath a powder blush. But the e.l.f. Putty Blushes, regardless of if it's the original formula or the Luminous formula, they are amazing, super easy to use, super easy to blend. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your finger. I have used all 3 techniques to put this blush on my face and it looks good every single time. It doesn't lift my foundation, it doesn't look patchy, it doesn't look weird. Absolutely love these blushes. Okay, so for highlight, I feel like you guys are gonna know the ones that I'm about to mention. First things first has to be my Dior Backstage Face Palette. This, again, I got it at the VIB sale and it has become my obsession. I love that I can use all 4 of these colors. I love that the 2 at the top are super glittery and shimmery, which is that type of formula that I like. I like that I just have a variety of choices with this palette and they all look good. They all show up amazingly on the skin. They sit on the skin nicely. They blend into the skin. They don't just like sit on top of the skin and look like just a swipe of highlight. They blend into the skin effortlessly. It's almost as if the powder warms up on your face and just like melts into the skin. So it's high end for a reason. This is high end for a reason. I mentioned in one of my tutorials that like high end highlighters have my heart now, and that's true because I feel like they just sink into the skin beautifully. But another one that I want to mention is, again, from One Size, because One Size can do no wrong. Okay, this is the Disney Fantasia highlight and it is in the shade Bit of Magic, and this is like the Mickey collaboration highlight. You guys, this is so pretty. I really love this highlight. It is gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of the ABH Amrezy highlight, like the actual tone of it reminds me of that. But this one, I think this one has a lot more glitter and shimmer particles. It's like glittery, and I love that. I love that for the holidays. Really and truly, I love that for any day, okay? Because I love me some glitter and some shimmer. But this is just such a beautiful highlight. Even though it's glittery and chunky, I feel like it like sinks into the skin as well. I'm wearing it today up here, and you guys can see like it just gives the most perfect glow to the skin. I'm obsessed. And then I also have to mention this highlighter that really took me by surprise. This is the Makeup Revolution times the Plastic Boy Gary Thompson highlighter, and ever since I got this in the mail, I have been obsessed with it as well. Y'all can see where I've been putting my brush. I've been putting a hurting on this product. Oh, it's just so beautiful, so blinding, so pigmented. I love the fact that he did this highlight for like the brown skin baddies out there, because this is it, honey. Okay, this is it. Okay, so setting spray, of course, the One Size setting spray, I have to mention it as an actual setting spray because I wore it yesterday. Like I said, I wore a mask and everything. It was just perfection. It had my makeup sitting. It had my makeup sitting for hours and hours and hours and hours, like 12 plus hours. It had my makeup sitting. It is so good. It's such a good setting spray. I would highly recommend that one if you have oily skin, if you have trouble with your makeup staying on your face, just period. I would highly recommend that one. Get it. Another one that I would highly recommend that's supposed to be a dupe for that one, this is the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. I have this one on my face today, and I feel like this one is just as good as well. It has your face sitting and everything. Sometimes I feel like this is an ultra matte finish, but I feel like it gives you that matte finish when you're using more matte products. If you're not using more matte products, like I didn't use a super matte primer today, I didn't use a super matte foundation, you know, I didn't use super matte products, so I feel like this didn't set down my face to an ultra matte finish. But as far as making your makeup long wearing, this is going to help you do that. This one is a little bit different than the one size. This is not a continuous mist like the one size. This one you actually have to keep pressing it to spray it, but I would highly recommend this one. It's half the price of the one size. So this one is $15, and I love that one. Love it as a long lasting setting spray. Another one that I would highly recommend as a long-lasting setting spray, and you guys are probably tired of hearing this. People sound like broken records mentioning this product, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I got a 2-pack of this during the Sephora VIB sale, and now I see the hype again. This one is just going to help not only melt your powders in, because this one isn't going to give you like a super matte finish, but this one is going to help you melt your powders in, help your face look a little bit more natural. It's going to give you a slight, and I mean slight, glow to your face. It's not greasy or dewy or anything or luminous. It's going to give a slight glow to your face, but it's going to help your makeup to stay on. Most definitely. So I would highly recommend all 3 of those setting sprays. Let's get into some lip products. So for actual lip treatment products, the Too Faced Hangover RX Lip Pillow, what is this? Hangover RX Pillow Balm Lip Treatment. This, you guys can see how much of this product I have used. I have 3 backups of it. This has definitely become a favorite. I love to use this in the morning as soon as I wake up. It just makes my lips feel so good, and it also gives them a little bit of a slight tingle. Like, it's very slight, but I love that. It really does hydrate my lips, I feel, from the inside out and makes them look luscious. So love that product. Another product that I really enjoy is the Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Oils. When I first got this, I did not like the consistency because I was like, why does this feel more like a gloss than an actual oil? I was expecting it to be a little bit more slippy and oily. This is almost like a gloss jelly consistency, but once I got used to that, this product is amazing. It definitely hydrates your lips. I love that it smells good. They have so many different flavors of this one. This one is the Raspberry Peach. I finished one of these off this year, so you will also see this in my makeup empties, but this is a really good hydrating, nourishing lip product. Another really good hydrating, nourishing lip product is going to be the Dior Lip Maximizer. So not only is this going to give you that nice tingly, pepperminty, almost kind of hot sensation on your lips to plump your lips up, but this is also going to just make your lips feel hydrated and juicy. And I love the colors that this come in, because even though they don't look super tinted, they actually do give your lips a little bit of a tint. Because when I put this one on, my lips look more of an orangey type of color, and then this one, they look just like that natural flushed pink color. I just wish that the wand on this was a lot bigger. Like, why do we have this little baby wand? I need more of like that big doe foot applicator. But those are amazing for your lips. Another product that is amazing for your lips that I did not think I would ever get into, these are the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip glosses or lip products. I don't know. Some of them are lip plumping products. Some of them are lip glosses. Some of them are lipsticks. Like, they have different formulas of this, and I have all of them. Y'all, these are so good. These are so good to just slap on your lips. You don't need to have a mirror to apply them. You don't need a lip liner or anything. Just get a color that matches your skin tone and just wear these. They are so easy and convenient for like every day. If you need to jump on a conference call or something like that, just throw this on your lips to give your lips a little bit of color, a little bit of shine, a little bit of something, bring some life to your face. That's what these are for. So I really do enjoy these. And then the last lip products I want to mention, which you guys, I feel like every time I wear one of these lip products, you guys are asking me what I'm wearing on my lips, and those are my Live Glam lip products. I am no longer subscribed to their subscription service because I have so many lip products from them. I just actually need to start using them. But literally every time I'm wearing something from the brand, you guys are asking about my lip color, especially this one, which is the red that I have been wearing in pretty much all of my videos recently, because it's the holidays and I definitely want to keep wearing my red lips. But other colors like my nudes and everything, or my deeper, more berry colors, you guys have been asking what colors am I wearing on my lips, and it is from this Live Glam subscription service. Like, I don't like to push it because it's a subscription service, but I will say, like, if you want to get some new lippies every month, if you're in the market for some new lippies, I would say try out the subscription service and see how you like it. I 100% thoroughly enjoyed it while I was subscribed to them. Some of my absolute favorite new lips have come from that service. Like, these two are my all-time favorite new lippies. This one is a little bit more peachy. This one is a little bit more nude. And I always get compliments and I always get questions about my lip combos and everything. And it's always, always, always those products. Okay, I've been doing a lot of talking, but the very, very last category we have is going to be palettes. I'm going to run through these because I feel like I've mentioned a lot of these in a lot of my videos, so I don't want to talk too much about them. Revolution times the Plastic Boy Gary Thompson. I use this on my eyes today. This palette has been my obsession. I love the colors. I love the tones. It's just such a good all-around palette. I would 100% travel with this palette as well. This one is just a good one. I also really, really love the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 2 Rose Eyeshadow Palette. You guys seen me do a couple of tutorials on my channel with this palette. Well, actually not tutorials. I did makeup of the day videos with this palette, but this is also my obsession. I think the colors in this are absolutely beautiful. Y'all know I love pink eyeshadows. Y'all know I love me some pink glittery, shimmery type of eyeshadows, and that is exactly what is in this palette. And again, I have to mention his volume 1 palette. Even though this didn't come out this year and I didn't try it this year, I just have to mention it. The Patrick Ta formula is unmatched. My Pat McGrath palettes have been my favorites all year long. Literally, my Pat McGrath palettes have been probably my most used and my most favorite palettes of this year. But I'm not going to mention all of them. I'm only going to mention one, which is my favorite out of all the ones that I have, and that is the Divine Rose 2. If I had to pick one favorite palette out of all of my Pat McGrath palettes, it would be this one, because again, y'all know I love my pink eyeshadows, and I have my golds in here. I have my bronzes. I have like my more pinky bronze colors. This duochrome or trio chrome is amazing. So this palette has just been my absolute obsession. This is my favorite one out of all of them. So I had to mention that one. Also, my Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. This is another palette that has been getting so much use from me this year because it's just so convenient. It comes with this cream blush, which is such a flattering tone on my skin. That highlight is absolutely stunning. Like one of the most beautiful highlights that I have in my collection. And then all of these eyeshadows down here are beautiful. The two shimmers are some of my favorites. Because they're super glittery and shimmery. So this palette, I just love this one. I would travel with this one as well. And then the very last palette that I want to mention is my Natasha Denona My Dream palette. You guys, y'all know I'm obsessed with this bad boy. This is one of the best palettes that I have tried this year, and it has made me want to buy so many more Natasha Denona palettes. I have been obsessed with Natasha Denona and her formula and her colors and her palettes in general, just everything about them. But you guys, those are quite literally all of my makeup favorites for the year 2022. It has been such a good year for makeup for me personally, like just a great year for makeup. I tried a lot of new complexion products that have become absolute staples and faves, a lot of like cheek products. Just I've been having so much fun with my makeup, and I've actually been using up stuff as well. I cannot wait for you guys to see my year-end makeup empties. It is so much stuff, it's crazy. So yeah, it's like I said, it was just a good year for makeup for me. So that was a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope I gave a lot of information and a lot of detail. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what were some of your top tier favorites of the year. If you're new, thank you so much for watching. You should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.